Well, good afternoon, Oakville Chamber. My name is Drew Redden. I'm here with Lesley Mansfield of the Halton Learning Foundation. We're here at Intelligent Office Oakville in one of their many boardrooms, a great supporter of the Chamber. Lesley, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks very much, Drew.
So you're the CEO of the Halton Learning Foundation.
Yes.
Can you give us the elevator pitch? What is the Halton Learning Foundation?
Sure. The elevator pitch. Halton Learning Foundation, with the charity of the Halton District School Board.
Okay.
And we've been supporting children in financial need for over 15 years. And that can be everything between school trips or hygiene supplies, school supplies, post-secondary education when it comes to scholarships, and everything that kids need to do to be able to be successful in school and to stay in school until they reach grade 12.
So how do you work with the students, or how does that process work for you to identify students in need and the range of requests that come in?
We work with all the principals in the Halton District School Board,
Okay.
so elementary and secondary. And what happens is that when they see a student in need, for example, maybe they're not bringing a lunch, or maybe they don't have clothes that fit them, or they're saying no to every field trip that comes up, they do a little bit of digging and they say, you know what, maybe something's going on with the student. The secretary also would see them in the school and find out why in the world is this child always arriving late. And they do a little bit of asking and everything to try to find out what's missing in the child's life, and then they send us an email.
Okay.
And it's a really simple process. They send us an email and say, here's the child's initials, because you want to make sure it's discreet. You don't want to embarrass anyone, the fact that they need support. Their name, their initials, what the issue is in their house, and how much they'd like to ask for.
Okay.
So we give $250 per student per year,
Mm-hmm.
and then an additional $200 for field trips every year. So technically a student from kindergarten all the way up to grade 12 could receive $400 in support from us. And the neat thing about it, Drew, is that we do it in 2 hours.
2 hours.
So if we get a call or an email at 8 o'clock in the morning, the student has what they need by noon.
Wow.
Which is really great. There's no middleman. There's no anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
If a student has come to the parent, if the student has come to the teacher or the principal or the parent has,
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to be further stigmatized by having to prove that they're in need.
Yeah.
The secretaries and the principals and the teachers, they know.
So just for context,
Sure.
how many students are in the Halton District School Board?
There are about 65,000 students in the Halton District School Board, and there's about a 10% rate of poverty
10%.
in Halton altogether. I think in Oakville it's 11%.
Yeah.
And we take care of those 6,500 kids or so who might be at a spot in their lives where they're having a problem right now, but they could be fine in a few months. They just need a little bit of help to be able to get over a bit of a bridge.
So, we see you at Oakville Chamber events all the time, and
Yeah.
I understand you're a member in Burlington, Milton, Halton Hills.
Yes.
Why are you a member of the Chamber? What do you get out of it?
I get so much out of a chamber, being part of a chamber. I'm the past chair of the Milton Chamber of Commerce, and I've been involved with chambers for 15 years. And I think that the people who are involved with the chamber network, whether it's locally or provincially or nationally, they're all business owners trying to do the best for the businesses that they can and connecting with others to be able to support them,
Mm-hmm.
to be successful and to contribute to community, and also to get a real great range of friends. I mean, I can't tell you how many friends I've met through the chamber network. And that's why in our role with Halton Learning Foundation, we know it's important to belong to every chamber of commerce in which our foundation operates.
So you talk about the sheer large number of students that you do support, and the various types of ways you can support them. Where do you get your funding from?
We get our funding from a variety of different sources. We get our funding from corporations like American Iron and Metal,
Mm-hmm.
like CN. We have support from RBC Foundation. So a lot of major corporations support us. We also have support from community foundations like the Oakville Community Foundation, Burlington Foundation, and also the Community Foundation for Halton North. So community foundations help us. Family foundations like the Joyce Family Foundation and the GWD Foundation. We do not receive any support from United Way.
Mm-hmm.
We don't receive any support from the provincial government in terms of Trillium grants, and we don't receive any support directly from the Halton District School Board.
Oh, really?
So I'm in my car a lot,
Yeah.
and I drive around, and what I do is I look to meet up with people who want to know about the importance of public education and how every child deserves a chance to be able to participate fully in their education without any kind of financial boundaries.
So what are some of the ways corporations, you mentioned a few corporations that are involved, but if there's corporations watching this live stream lunch, what are some ways you're looking for them to get involved?
Well, there are a couple of ways. We provide school grants to schools because they never have the budget enough to be able to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's say it's a company who's a technology company, and they want to be able to provide some funding to be able to help a technology program in a school. Well, they can do that through us.
Okay.
We're also working on a major project with the Halton District School Board for iSTEM, which is Innovation, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And we're looking for corporate partners who want to be involved with maybe being a mentor to a student, and it's from between grade 7 and grade 12.
Okay.
So a mentorship, field trip, a guest speaker, providing a co-op opportunity for a student, and we're just going to be starting this off next month. So going out to companies and saying, is this something that you might want to be interested in supporting? Scholarships as well, as I mentioned about the scholarships.
So there's lots of ways. It's not just financial, and it's not just big corporations. You're looking for employers and companies
yeah, absolutely. And there are some employers who provided they might do an event at Christmas time and collect funds. And then those funds would be used to be able to support our Eliminating Barriers program, because what we do is that in that program we provide a gift card to a student.
Okay.
So we don't provide them with the actual item.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to go out and buy a bike for someone, but we don't do that. But what we do is that we provide them with the funding to be able to go and buy a bike.
So why would you support a student with a bike? How would that come full circle?
Well, it helps with the transportation, because let's say they don't have any other way to get to school, and it's not within the bus route, but they have to get back and forth to school easily, and their bike could have been stolen, or the parent doesn't have a car, or so they're walking to school, and it's a long way to walk, and it's the winter time, then they can't get around that well. So bikes help. We also help with taxis. So let's say there is a student who, let's say they're in a shelter in Burlington, and yet their school is in Oakville.
Yeah.
And it's important for them to be in their school, so we would provide the taxi support for them to get to one town to the other.
So you see a variety of different situations, and no one solution applies to every case. So you're innovative thinking, and
we have to be really innovative thinking.
So you also have a big event coming up.
We do.
In Oakville. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's our benefit bash. It's our 16th benefit bash. It's on the 7th of November at the Oakville Conference Center. Yeah. And we're looking forward to welcoming Julia Hanna,
a former chair of our board.
A former chair of your board as our MC. And last year it was another former chair of your board, Tim Cadigan, with Kojiko, who was our chair.
We hooked him in to do a second term as chair.
Oh, you did? That's right. That's right. So we seem to kind of gravitate towards looking for great people with the Oakville Chamber to be able to support our event and everything.
And so, what is that event?
It's our main fundraiser. We only hold one fundraiser a year. Okay. And it brings together about 300 people from all over Halton, and we're having a student speaking on that evening who actually is he's going to be letting people know how support from Halton Learning Foundation helped him, and he's at Sheridan College right now.
Oh wow!
And he's doing really, really well there, and part of it is because of his determination and his fortitude and his plans to be able to get ahead. Part of it, though, happened when he was still in school in the Halton District School Board with HLF funding. So for you, it must be so rewarding to see a student that Halton Learning Foundation has helped succeed. It's wonderful. We had an email from a student a little while ago, and he said, "Dear HLF, I want to thank you so much for the $85 that you gave me. I was able to buy a swimsuit and flip-flops and a towel and goggles and a swim cap, and now I'm on my school swim team. And I want to thank you so much." And I thought to myself, $85. Yeah. Suddenly, that changes a child's life, and he feels like he's with his friends, and he's part of a group. Yeah. No, it's an incredible organization, incredible story, and I'm sure over your 5 years you must have hundreds of stories just like that. Yeah, it's been a wonderful time with HLF, and I just want to thank all those organizations in Oakville and beyond who've helped HLF and who are helping the kids every day with what they need to succeed in school. Well, we're going to link your website to this video and information, and I know you're always willing to talk to people, and you're at a lot of Oakville Chamber events, so if any of the members are at one of our events and see Lesley, you're more than welcome, more than willing to chat. Come say hi. Come say hi and talk to me. Yeah, well, we thank you very much for joining us for our live stream lunch today, and wish you all the success with your event in November at the Conference Center. Thank you very much. Thank you.